Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Levinson and Associates training webinar series. Today happens to be my favorite day of the week, Positive Tuesday, which, by the way, means absolutely nothing. Okay, it's just we wanted to show you specifically how to market and brand yourself on social media, build a following, create a day of your own, Wacky Wednesday, call it whatever you want, but it's just another way to get your name out there and build a following. Okay, so they always say, you don't have to listen to what we say, but watch what we do. So check out any of our social media pages and you'll see the Positive Tuesday quotes. And we're literally getting hundreds of likes and comments. And if you total all of the platforms up, it's thousands of likes and comments from agents, agencies, vendors, all of the above. And we do it, again, for the one reason, just to show you all what you should be doing, especially now during a pandemic. Okay, if I was an agent right now, I would literally pick, one day of the week, and you can call it, whatever you want, Insurance Thursday. And then every single Thursday, you have a quote or a 1 minute or 2 minute video that talks about different types of insurance products. Make it goofy, make it funny. It should kind of flow with your personality. But the point is, even if you get one viewer, right, or one like or one comment, it's one more than you had the prior week, right? And then the one turns into 7 and 20 and 120 and thousands and thousands. And I know the concept works because Levinson was built exactly with that concept in mind. When I started, okay, about 22 years ago, we literally had about 200 agents that were all local in South Florida. And little by little, we kind of said, you know what, if it's working here in South Florida, why not hit Central Florida and Orlando area, right? And if it's working in Central and South Florida, why not hit Northern Florida, Jacksonville, Tallahassee? And then the internet started to come on strong and social media. And we said, you know what, if this is working in Florida, why can't it work in Texas, right? In Arizona, in California, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania. And little by little, we went from a couple hundred agents, a local mom and pop agency, to a national huge player in the IMO space with over 20,000 active agents. And there's no secret sauce, okay? Little by little, we were collecting email addresses, okay? We were the first IMO to have a real website with a quoting engine and lead capture, right? And all these different tools built in, literally the first one with iPipeline. I'll never forget, we were a pilot program to launch this. We used to have, it was like a roulette wheel that would spin like those old school slot machines, the wheels just spin around. We had the same kind of thing for insurance. We were one of the first to have that, as a matter of fact. So little by little, we collected these email addresses. I remember people would say, you guys are nuts. I don't have an email address. Here's my phone number. What else do you want from me? Right? So we started this years and years ago. And little by little, we would drip an email. We would have marketers call. We would make our website even more robust and add more marketing material. And we went from, 200 to 400 to 1,100 to thousands and thousands of agents with the power of the internet and social media and e-blasting, right? A CRM tool, okay? So you can do the same exact thing. I'm not some rocket scientist that graduated from Harvard, right? You can do the same thing. And I'm going to give you another example before we jump in. And this just came to my mind and I wanted to share it with you all. I always try to think of these good analogies to explain to our agents, number one, how important this is. Number two, how you can do the same exact thing. So here's a good example, okay? Think about this for a second. If you've been doing this for a long time, okay? Think about the agents back in like the 80s and even the 90s, okay? Think about like the real successful agents back in the 80s and 90s, okay? And what comes to my mind, at least, and if you agree, that's fine. If not, it's okay. But I want to share my input and my view. So when you dissect, let's say, a big hitter agent from the 80s or 90s, and you say, okay, you speak to the agent, and you say, why is this guy or girl so successful, right? Usually they're educated, right? Very well educated in the insurance space. Most of them started on the career side, right? And someone kind of held their hand and took them out in the space and went on appointments with them. And when you speak to this typical agent from the 80s or 90s, right, that were very successful, they knew the products, right? They knew the space, they knew the industry, they knew IUL or UL or whole life or living benefits or return of premium, right? They knew the different products and carriers like the back of their hand. They usually had a good seminar system in place, right? Or they were networking through they had these networking groups where they would meet once a month and have lunch, and they would like sponsor one of the lunches, or they figured out a way to get their name out there. And when you talk to these people, they were pretty intelligent, right? And they knew the business like the back of their hand. Okay. And I think we can all agree to that. Fast forward to today now, right? Look at 2021. Look at last year. Look at 2019, 2018. Okay. Let's look at the more successful agents. Okay. Let's look at a footprint now. What happened now, all of a sudden, it's some of the younger, greener agents, right, are making a ton of money in our business, right? And yes, they know the industry, but they have these blindfolds on, right? And they're looking at final expense mortgage protection. That's their space, okay? And I'm not saying these are the top agents in our industry, but my point is, if you look at a typical successful agent from the 80s, right, it was very different than the typical successful agent from 2019 or 2020, okay? Nowadays, you're hearing about a lot of these MLM groups, right? And I'm not going to mention any names, but a lot of these groups, they're making money, okay? I don't know how long they're going to be around, okay? I think they have a very mixed message, a lot of gray area marketing, which I'm not a big fan of. But the bottom line is, these guys and girls, some of them are right out of high school and college, and they're crushing it selling final expense and mortgage protection, okay? And you look at that same person, okay, if it was 1987, okay, and these people didn't know the industry back in the 80s or 90s, okay? They wouldn't get very far in our industry, okay? The reason why, fast forward again to 19 and 20 and 21, some of these younger agents, some of these younger agencies, these MLM groups, why are they making so much money? Okay, and if you talk to them, by the way, yeah, they know final expense and mortgage protection. 80% of them don't know what an IUL is or what cash value means or borrowing from cash value, okay, or what percent interest is on a loan from a UL or IUL. They have no idea. They look at you like you have three heads. But there's one major difference. The major difference is they know the internet. They figured out social media, okay? They know how to run a Facebook ad. And that's enough for them to knock it out of the park with commissions and premium. Okay. Now, the average case is, $1,000 to $2,000 a year. Okay. Which is not huge. If you look at the average case from the agent from the 80s, okay, someone that crushed it, it was 20, 30, 50,000 of annualized premium. Okay. But these new, younger, greener agents that are making up some of our industry right now, okay, they don't know how to sell that huge case, but they're selling these smaller cases day in and day out, hundreds and hundreds a month, okay, and I'm not exaggerating. So my point behind this message and this rant, okay, if you want to call it that, if you look at the typical agent from the 80s, okay, imagine with their wisdom, right, with the way that they know products in the life insurance industry, right, take that same agent and combine it with that younger, greener agent from 2020, let's say, right, with their being internet savvy, right, and a social media guru, right? Combine both of those things together, and you have an agent or agency that is absolutely crushing it during a pandemic or not. It doesn't make a difference, okay? I'm telling you right now, and the reason why I know, we have agencies that are doing exactly this. They might be middle-aged, 40s, 50s, okay, and they were around back in the 90s, let's say. They know the business like the back of their hands, but they were also open-minded, and they learned about social media and the internet and a website and why it's so important to build and drive business these days, okay? So my point is, I don't care if you're 19, right out of high school, and you're an insurance agent pushing final expense. Good for you. That's wonderful, okay? If you're helping families and being honest, great, okay? Or if you're in your 70s or your 80s, right, and you came from the career channel and you know life insurance like the back of your hand, good for you too. That's wonderful, okay? But my point is, if you fall into that category and you're not using some of the latest technology with social media and a website, and you don't realize how important that is to build a business in 2021 during a pandemic, you're going to drive a car in reverse, eventually off a cliff. I promise you. You're going to close your doors to the business, okay? So I cannot stress it enough, okay? You need to be, of course, a little like that perfect agent from the 80s and 90s, but be smart and open-minded and utilize some of these social media tools and a website, okay? You have to have a little bit of both to make it these days, okay? And here's another proof in the pudding, as I like to say. Think about if you say to yourself, oh, Bill, I don't know about this one. I always like your stuff, but I don't know where you're coming from with this statement. Okay, think about this. Think about 10, 15 years ago. Okay, 10, 15 years ago, how many traditional life insurance companies had a direct-to-consumer channel or department? Okay, maybe 1, 2, 3 tops. Okay, how many traditional life insurance carriers today have a direct-to-consumer channel or department? Okay, most. Why? Scratch your head, say, why? Why did that happen? Right? We don't like this. We're all in brokerage. We don't want a carrier to go around us to the same client pool, right? That's not how we operate, okay? But these carriers, they're not stupid. They invest millions and millions of dollars into research and analytics, and they know the younger generation, right, is going online, right? They're doing searches on Google to find a policy and to run a quote and to buy online. They don't want to meet with an agent at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday night at the dining room table before the kids go to bed. The future is online, and they know that. So they built these direct-to-consumer channels, okay? Not to beat out the agents or to beat out us, but they want to capture that audience for the younger generation, lower face amount term policies or final expense. So we all have to get smart, right? If we want to build and grow, right, now and in the future. And we have to say, okay, I want to be that hotshot superstar MDRT agent from 87. Okay, but I also need to leverage technology. I got to get my website out to this younger audience. I have to get my direct-to-consumer products through Insure Me Now Direct, okay, which we offer, and it's free. Okay, so you have to wear both hats to be successful and to make it. Okay, my personal opinion, they can build as many direct-to-consumer channels or departments as they want. Okay, I don't see, at least anytime soon, a $32,000 IUL being sold 100% direct-to-consumer with no agent involvement. I don't see that happening anytime soon, at least in our lifetime, until they have some robo-advisor that really works, right? That's not just artificial intelligence, okay? So at least in our lifetime, for everybody listening right now, okay, if I was an agent, have your website, have your direct-to-consumer products, have your social media pages, have your online marketing videos and posts and Insurance Thursday. Call it whatever you want. Be proactive, okay? And then wear that other hat too that shows no one knows this life insurance industry better than you, okay? Like the 87 MetLife career agent, okay? Wear both hats, okay? And you will grow and succeed. Our numbers, okay, last week we put all our numbers together every week for premium and application count. Okay, we're up 10% over last year at this time. Okay, why? There's a reason why. Think about it. We're literally a year ago at this time. Okay, Corona was still known as a beer. Okay, it was just starting this whole pandemic. So now we're a year into it. Why are we growing? Okay, think about it. Because we were proactive. We built this technology. I've been preaching this stuff, and you can go back and listen to the webinars from 2019 and 2018 and even 2015. We were talking about the same thing, and a lot of agents listen, and that's why we're in a different position than most of our competition. And I hope you, by listening to this and leveraging some of these tools and technology, okay, that you're going to be in the same position as us. I know some of you are already, which is great. Kudos. Okay, but for those of you that think, hey, my face-to-face seminars are coming back, I know it, by June 15th this year, I'm going to be back in action. Okay, well, you know what? I hope you're right. But guess what? If you're not, you better have this platform online through your website and a social media audience to make it and succeed. If this thing lasts another year, okay, we don't know. So anyway, I can't stress it enough, and enough of my ranting, but I'm just telling you it's very, very important that, yes, okay, if you've been doing the same thing since '89, it's working for you, kudos, okay, but guess what? Your same clients are going to refer their children and their grandchildren to you. And the first thing they're going to do is Google Bill Levinson. Who is this guy? I want to go on his website. How long has he been doing this? I want to run a quote. I want to apply online. I don't want Bill coming to my house. So it's just a matter of time. So anyway, be proactive. If you have 2 more years in this industry, then you know what? Maybe you're going to be okay. But if you want to build and grow for the next 10, 20, 30 years, maybe pass your business off to your children, you got to be proactive. You got to learn about the basics. If you want to use all of this stuff, great. If you have your own technology, that's fine too. We don't care. As long as you're writing business, you're making money, putting food on the table for the family, great. You're in a great spot, okay? Okay, without further ado, these are some of the statistics, okay? And you can Google all of these. These are real facts, okay? This is a big one. Look at the middle, 41% increase on revenue thanks to CRM tools, okay? Look at just under that. A CRM can boost conversion rates by 300%. That just means keeping your name in front of your clients and prospects, okay? You should have one campaign for existing clients, okay, to talk about maybe conversion, other products, supplemental insurance products that you offer. And then you should have a different campaign for prospecting, okay, for creating the new and first sale to that group, okay? 300%. That's no joke. You can Google any of this. That's how Joe pulled up everything that you're looking at right now. 50% of teams improve their productivity by using a mobile CRM tool, okay? By keeping your name out there to the masses. So important. Okay, let's move forward here, Joe. All right, these are 2 agent testimonials. Real quick, these are real. They're on our Facebook page. I didn't just create these for today's presentation. Okay, look at the left side. This was on our Insure Me Now direct platform. So this agent has a website builder, okay, a retail website. Kevin's going to talk about that in a few minutes. It's a free website for you, okay? There's a $9.95 hosting fee that you pay, $9.95, but the website is free. And Amber plugs in her Insure Me Now direct site, okay? This was her comments based on Insure Me Now direct. I recently had the best experience with Levinson. My husband was formerly a farmer's insurance agent. We had several small term policies paying over $400 a month. I logged on to the Insure Me Now Direct platform. I was able to get a single term policy with much better coverage limits for $177 a month. That's less than half. As a small business owner and during challenging financial times, as we transition to an independent agency, this was huge for our family. I'm grateful. I'm so proud to have access to this platform, and I'm excited to help so many families obtain affordable solutions, especially in today's climate. Okay? That was just a couple weeks ago. That's on our Facebook page. You can even reach out to Amber. I think in fact, she is on this webinar right now. So that's real stuff. Okay? Remember what I just said, the typical 80s, 90s career agent? Okay, guess what? Farmers insurance agent? Okay? Look at the new independent brokerage world. Okay, look at Amber utilizing technology. Look what it did for her. Okay, that's big. Look on the right-hand side. This was an email from one of our agents that's using our Agency Automator exclusive CRM tool. So he says this email from your Agency Automator went out on the 25th. A click came in the next day. I called the prospect. We spoke for 20 minutes. We set up an appointment for 2 days later. I stayed there for 2 hours. We discussed his existing life policies on him and his wife. We reviewed the policies. We discussed long-term care. I asked him to provide me with details. Needless to say, it was a very productive lead, and only 1 day after the email was sent out. Okay, this was right before the pandemic from Agent Cliff. This stuff works. It opens doors. Okay, it works. Okay, so I'm going to give you a 101 breakdown of the platform real quick. I want everyone to understand and not get caught up, okay, into the lingo, and you don't have to be a Bill Gates to get through all of this. It's very, very simple, okay? And I'm going to start with the biggest circle on there, Agency Automator Prospecting Tool, okay? So the name of the entire platform, Agency Automator by Levinson. Kevin is the programmer developer who's on the phone with us. He's going to speak in just a few more minutes. Okay, the prospecting part of this, that's a tool. By the way, everybody gets 1,000 credits or prospects, okay? And there's no charge for that. It's a trial. You don't even have to give your credit card info, okay? And then to the left of that, that's the CRM tool you're going to use to drip on your prospects and existing clients. We even have a marketing library built in, okay, where you can just pick and co-brand different marketing pieces. Right above that is the free website builder. That's $9.95 a month and comes with a basic CRM tool, okay? Now, let's go to the top, 12 o'clock, Agency Automator Plus. That's the same tool, okay, or mindset as the prospecting version. The only difference is instead of a prospecting database with millions of prospects, it has hundreds of thousands of agents. So you can go out and use our marketing pieces to recruit and build your own downline. Okay, we even have a virtual assistant available for you at co-op pricing. Very, very inexpensive. Okay, and this person will literally sit on the phone all day, okay, totally up to you, and call every single client and prospect in your database. Okay, and maybe offer them the free scholarship just by setting up an appointment with you. No purchase necessary. Okay, maybe talk about the new kind of life insurance that pays while you're still alive, by using living benefits, right? The new insurance, new type of life insurance. Look at the pricing there, left side. $50 a month for 5 hours, okay? Look at some of the other breakdowns, 10 hours, 20 hours. All of this is a co-op discounted menu based on the buying power of 20,000 agents. You're not going to see this kind of pricing anywhere. And you get to put the message together. Whatever you want the VA or virtual assistant to say, they will do on your behalf, okay? AssureWorks, that is an awesome way for when, let's say, your friends, neighbors, networking group, they go online, right? If they're in your zip code and they put up life insurance agent or life insurance quote, where your name comes up on the Google search, or when they're searching on ESPN to check out the stats from the Super Bowl, okay, your little advertisement comes up bottom left-hand corner. Okay, very simple, but that's how today's marketing world operates. and you need to be out there. It's all about how many eyeballs are on your name, your brand. That's the name of the game. That's it. And that's why you're seeing all these different companies, right, build these direct to consumer departments, okay, because they think they got the marketing figured out online and they want to drive eyeballs directly to the carrier. The only problem is they have one product for everyone, and that doesn't work, which is why Insure Me Now Direct works perfectly because A, you get the commissions, B, there's not one product. There's over 15 for different types of prospects. Okay. All right, let's move forward here. So this is a little breakdown of each tool. Oh, I think we went forward there. Okay, perfect. Well, you know what we'll do, Joe? I'll do the little menu at the end, but let's introduce Kevin now, just because we're running a little behind here. Okay, without further ado, Kevin, who's our developer, he's going to take the wheel and jump right in for everyone. Kevin, you there?
I am here. Can you hear me okay? You see my screen moving?
Yep, perfect.
All right, good deal. All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Bill. Welcome, everybody. I just want to do a high-level overview of the Agency Automator program. So Bill's done a great job in overviewing it for you and kind of hitting all the highlights. I will guarantee you something. You're never going to find another program like this out there anywhere. It's a multi-dimensional platform. There's a lot of CRMs. There's a handful of maybe some offshore prospecting programs you kind of have to be careful of. But this is prospecting for non-customers. That's really kind of the Wild West. You know, nobody really wants to do it. You can't do it through Constant Contact, can't do it through marketing mailbox, but you can do it through Agency Automator. And then the agent recruiting. There's some agent recruiting programs out there, but they're standalone. They're super expensive. But all of this is on one platform. So Levinson has brought all of these tools together for you to really make it super convenient for you to get online and start marketing yourself. And that's really what this is all about. So let me kind of break down some of the key items here. So if we go to the profile, there's a personal website page. This is a control panel. So this is a really simple website. It's not something you've got to really spend a lot of time and effort in learning. If you fill in your contact profile, you know, inside the program, then you're going to be able to get this website up and running probably within about 15 minutes, because about 80% of the job of getting the website up and running is just filling in your contact profile, which is just information about yourself. And then here you have all these different tabs that represent the different pages on the website. So here's an example of what this looks like. So this is Joe Loughran's website. We use this for a demo. But you have all of these different page tabs up here, and Levinson is added a lot of tools in here for you. So you don't have to worry about going out to find a life insurance quoting tool, you know, that you can provide a consumer where they can go in and find out just how inexpensive some life insurance policies are. So they come here to the Get Quote page, they fill in this form, and once they do that, then it's going to send you a lead. And then they enter the quoting tool, they put in all their information, and they see all the carrier pricing. And so if they're interested, there's another button that they can click to send that information to themselves, maybe review it with a spouse, and then you get copied on that again. So this is a lead generation page. And there's several of those that are on this website. Get Quote is one for life insurance quoting. It's not the Insure Me Now. That's something different. I'll show that to you in a moment. Another one is this annuity page. So maybe if you haven't looked at this program in a while, maybe you haven't seen the fact that we now have an annuity page. So you have some annuity information, a video that the prospect can review. And then down here at the bottom is a form that they can fill out in order to get a free annuity guide. So all they have to do is fill this out, hit submit. You don't have to do anything because the PDF of the annuity guide gets sent directly to them with all your contact information in that email, and then you get copied on it. So again, once again, a lead generation page to create, you know, some real opportunities that you can then follow up on. Then of course the scholarship rewards program, it has its own page as well. So somebody comes here, they can learn all about the program, and then once again, another form down here at the bottom. They fill it out, they hit submit, and another lead comes to you. So these are all lead generation pages. And the really cool thing about all of these pages is that there's email messages that correspond with each one of them. So if you want to target prospects from our database, and we have over 30 million prospects in our database, both consumer and business, then you can go to inside the program, and I'll show you in a moment. You can go grab an email template. It's already written for you. All you have to do is copy this link that's up here, and then you paste it into a button or create a button with it, add it into the email, send it out, and it takes them right to this page. They can then fill out the form, you get notified of it, they run the quote, and then you can follow up with them and try to do some business with them. So same thing for scholarship, same thing for annuity, and then also the Insure Me Now. So we have a completely separate page that we created that you could add your Insure Me Now website to. So you may be thinking, well, I already have an Insure Me Now website. What do I need this for? Well, what you're doing is you're incorporating a website inside of a website. So now you have this kind of multi-dimensional website that has annuities, scholarship, life insurance quoting, calculators, videos, all of these different tools on, but also includes your Insure Me Now. So all of that gets incorporated into one website. You can then also add your own domain. So you create your own brand like Bill was talking about. So you have your own brand, bestagentintheworld.com or whatever you want to call yourself. And then you can then provide that to people through your email marketing and then also to your clients and anyone else. So you have your own brand for your website. So real simple, easy to use, and people can access all the tools that Levinson makes available. And then they'll also learn about you. So here on the home page, on the About Us page, they see all your information about your products, your services, who you are as an individual. They can contact you by clicking on the contact form. So there's just a ton of stuff here, but the whole thing, again, is simple. It just keeps it really simple. You don't have to bring out a big manual to learn how to build a website. If you want something that's really custom, there's some other options that Levinson has, but this is just a really quick and easy website to get up and running. Now, Bill talks about websites, Joe talks about websites, and I preach about it as well. You have to have a website. This is the calling card, of the 20th, 21st century. So if you don't have a website, people aren't going to take you very seriously. The first thing that I would ask somebody is, okay, tell me what your website is, because I want to go check you out, make sure that you're legit. The other thing I'd say about websites is that you could spend a ton of money on websites, and some people have, but if no one ever sees it, what good is it? You have to have a way to drive traffic to your website. And that's where all of the email marketing comes in, because there's only a couple of ways that you can drive traffic to a website. Certainly there's social marketing, there is online marketing like Google ad marketing, and there's email. So there's not that many tools out there. And inside of our program, we give you access to 2 of those 3 or 4 tools that are available to drive traffic. Because again, a website is great, but if nobody ever sees it, it doesn't do you much good. So from a email marketing standpoint, you can email people through the CRM. This is for clients only. You could add your clients into the CRM and you could send them unlimited emails. You could also send them birth date and holiday emails. Bill talks about it all the time, so does Joe, about all these touch points. You have to reach out and touch people. Now, if you're not sending any kind of holiday emails or holiday cards or birthday cards, you're missing out on a great opportunity to really touch base with your client. Maybe you sold that person 3 years ago. Maybe they don't even remember who you are. This is a way to stay in contact with them, stay top of mind, stay present in their inbox, so that next time they're thinking about insurance, they're thinking about you. So it's a really simple thing, and we have an automated way to do it. You just select birth date as an event, put in the number of days prior to the birth date, go through this process, set up the birth date email, and then lock it in. And then every birth date from now until forever, until you turn it off, and every new person that you add into your CRM is going to get that birth date email from you year after year. Same thing with holidays. So you have to spend a little bit of time setting these up in advance. You set each one of these up, and then every holiday, they're going to get that holiday email from you. You may not think it's a big deal, but it's a big deal. It's a real big deal. So you can choose to send an email to one person, send it to a list of people, or set up these automated, what we call sci-fi campaigns, set it and forget it. And then you just kind of work your way through this process. And when you get to the build email step, this is where you see all of these different email templates. So Joe and his team have been building a lot of email templates for you, and they're in this private gallery. So we have kind of a lot of generalized ones like newsletters, articles. We even have some video templates. So there's hundreds of them that are amongst all these different galleries. But here in the private gallery, Joe and his team have spent a ton of time building emails that are tied into specific Levinson programs: college scholarship, legacy armor, the Sell While You Sleep, or the Insure Me Now program. So you've got all of these different email templates that are written for you. All you got to do is come in here and start exploring them. And as you're looking through, you're going to see these different email templates. Like, let's say I want to look at this one. I just click on view, see what it looks like. It's a nice professionally done email. You don't want to spend a ton of time building an email. You want to have something that's really powerful, that's very directed at your target audience, that you can just put your contact information in, put a link to your website into, and then get it out the door. So that's what they've built for you here. So it's a really great, gallery of templates. I can't go through them all with you today, but you go through these, explore them, save them. And if you have any questions, just give us a call, send us a support ticket. We'll be happy to help you. Or you just attend our trainings, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. So you just kind of work your way through this whole process. And here on the very last step, this is a key item that a lot of people miss, and I want to make sure that you're aware of it. Whether it's a CRM or a prospecting email, if you check these boxes here on this very last step of this wizard, then we will immediately send you an open or click notification when that prospect or client opens or clicks your email. Now, some of them, you're not going to use it like holiday emails. You don't care if they open or click them. But if it's like a business email, or if it's a promotional email, then you do, because you want to follow up on it. So if it's an open or a click, you get an immediate email notification, because one of the things that you don't want to do with opens and clicks is you don't want to call them 3 days later. You want to call them 3 minutes later, so that you can make sure that while it's still fresh in their mind, that you're touching base. Hey, my name's Kevin. I noticed that you got my email, or I noticed that you checked out my website. Just wanted to call and introduce myself, see if you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. Just start your conversation off there. That's what this kind of notification allows you to do. Now, prospecting, this is the most unique part of the entire program, because this is where you can do the things that no one else allows you to do. So here you can come and import your own list, first of all. So if you go buy a lead list somewhere and there's email addresses in it, and you call them, you work them, and what's left over is a list with a bunch of email addresses in it. So send it to us, upload it here. We'll scrub it, we'll add it in so you can send emails to it. The second thing is that you can then, when you're ready to send out an email, and then if you want to use our database, then you could do both, your list and our database. You come here, you read over all this disclaimer information to make the attorneys happy. You click agree and continue. You see there's 2 different databases here, consumer and business. There's over 30 million records between the two. So this is a little search engine. All you do is just pick your state, and we do highly recommend that you at least start off targeting people that are local to you, because it's such a big difference when you send out an email to someone in your community versus you're blasting all around the country. Now, you can do whatever you like, but from a best practice standpoint, if I send out an email to you and we live kind of a few miles away from each other, and I say, hey, my name's Kevin, I run a local agency, I'm reaching out to people in the community. I've worked with a lot of people here. I've been able to save them some money. Maybe you have some testimonials in your email. Love to have a few minutes on the phone with you. So that's really all you're trying to do. Don't try to, swallow the elephant in one bite. Just take little bites at it. So just try to make a connection with somebody. That's all you're really trying to do here, is reach out, let them know that you exist, let them know what you do, and make some type of an offer, put some type of an action, trigger inside of your email where you can connect with them. So you come through here and you can pick the location. You can drill down by zip code radius, so you can have a real tight radius around where your office is or where you live. You put in birth dates. So if you wanted to target, let's say, Medicare people, those that are going to be turning age 65 or 65 to 80, then you can put that in. About 30% of all of our records are going to have birth dates in them. So you could put a birth date range. It's not age now, it's birth dates, so that you can get real micro targeted right down to people turning age 65 next month. So also we have other criteria. This is all profile-based criteria: income, net worth, gender, do they own a home, even ethnic background. That one's become very popular with some agents. So you can target people based upon these different profile criteria that match up well with whatever you're offering. Then you just go through and hit search and save your list. We're going to run it through a cleaner, and then you'll be notified and you'll have access to it. So really that is the main piece here, where you now have a database. So, even if you ever did work with MailChimp or Constant Contact, you're going to have to upload your own list. And believe me, don't make sure that it's a customer list, or else they're going to throw you off the system. But then they never provide you with a database. Here you have a database. You don't have to go out and buy it. You're renting it. You can't download it from us, but you're renting it to be able to use it for email marketing. Then you just kind of work your way through the whole process here. Like we talked about on the CRM side, pick your templates. You can decide when you want to send it. You could even have up to 5 different follow-ups. So you can build like a 6-part campaign that can go out tied to specific dates or tied to opens or clicks. So somebody opens it or clicks on it, then they'll get the next email. So all of those tools are built in here for your convenience. So you can create your campaigns, in one sitting. You create a whole bunch of campaigns and then schedule them to go out over a period of time. So you don't have to invest a ton of time every time you get into the system. Now, agent recruiting is, Bill mentioned this. This is another very unique part of it. There's over 400,000 agents in our agent database. We even have a FINRA database with about 100,000 securities reps in it. So if you're building a downline, or if you decide you want to kind of go to that next level, in your business and build a downline of a few agents, well, where are you going to find them? Where are you going to find those agents? You're going to look them up in the, yellow pages. No, you have a directory here that allows you to go in and select them based on their location, different license types, do a zip code or zip code radius. So if maybe you want to pull them in kind of, after COVID, pull them into like a little workshop and then, and work with them face to face and recruit them, then that's what this database is all about. It gives you all the tools for you to reach out to agents, just like you're reaching out to consumers and businesses. Now, one thing I tell you, just from a best practice standpoint, and we cover this, by the way, on Fridays. We have a Friday best practice training. We train on different parts of the program throughout the course of the week, but Friday is really important. And we have a help video that we recorded for the Friday best practice, because that's really the art part of email marketing that we talk about. You need to learn all the technical things about how to use the program, but you also need to learn about what email marketing is all about and the do's and the don'ts. And you also need to understand, maybe you haven't done something like this before, you need to understand that prospecting for business, and I don't have to tell you this, this is kind of a more general statement, but prospecting for business is a lifetime thing. It's something you don't stop doing. Too many agents will start something and then they kind of flip over to something else. That's not what you want to do, especially with a program like this. You need to stick with it if you want to see any results. The analogy that I use is like fishing in a boat with a net. When you're going out to the lake, you row out to the lake, you got a net, you throw it overboard, you pull it in, and there's no fish in the net. What are you going to do? You're just going to row back to shore and call it a day and not eat that day? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to throw the net out again. You're going to go to a different part of the lake. You're going to come back tomorrow, and you're going to do it again, because you got to eat every day, right? So sometimes when you throw that net out, there might be 10 fish in that net. And then you throw it out again, there's no fish. That's just the reality of marketing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Marketing is all about catching somebody at the right time with the right message when you're prospecting or when you're sending emails to your clients. Did you know that the average open rate for emails that you send your clients is only 20%? In the industry, 80% of your clients that you send emails to will ignore them or delete them, and 20% will pay attention to them because maybe that has some relevance. So you should never be offended if you don't get all of your clients to open your email. It's just they're just like you. They're busy, they're doing all kinds of different things. So you keep doing it all the time, and that 20% will change. Sometimes it's not always going to be the same 20% of 100% of your clients. On the prospecting side, it might be a smaller percentage. It might be 5-10%. It might be something less than that will pay attention. And also make sure that you look at those opens and those clicks as gold. Those opens and clicks are leads. So we talk about leads a lot. Leads are the database, that I just showed you. Leads could be a list of your own that you upload. Leads could be a lot of different, you could call leads a lot of different things. But an open or a click is a big deal nowadays. It wasn't maybe 15, 20 years ago, but it is now, because so many of the emails that you get in your own inbox, you probably don't read them. You ignore them or delete them. But every once in a while, one comes from that same person that keeps sending you that email. And now you see the subject line. Oh, okay, that looks interesting. I'm going to read it. I'm going to click on some link. I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to watch a video, or I'm going to go, run a quote or something. It's all about catching them at the right time with the right message. But if you're not out there fishing all the time, you're not going to catch any fish. So you have to think about it in those terms. So look at our program, look at Agency Automator as a companion. It's a partner with you. It's a partner in helping you build your business. Just like Levinson is your partner, this is a tool that is your partner. You have to commit to that partner if you want to have a successful relationship with it. And Levinson has made it super affordable for you to do that. You're not going to find anything like it, and you're certainly not going to find anything at the price that Levinson is making this available to you at. And also what they're doing is, and this was said earlier, is they're making this available to you with a free account. So you can send your first 1,000 prospecting emails for free. No credit card required. You sign up for the account. All you do is you fill out this little registration form. You set up a user ID and password, agree to the agreements, and then you put in some basic contact information, and you're in. You get 1,000 credits, and you get up to 25. You could add up to 25 clients into the CRM. And if you never bought another prospecting credit, because the first 1,000 are free, and then you have to buy more, then you have to set up a subscription beyond that, at a subsidized rate, because Levinson's paying part of it, and they'll even reimburse you, for the part that you're paying, if you're writing business with them. But look at it as an opportunity to start down that path, if you haven't already, down that online marketing path. And as Bill pointed out, very well, this is not the 80s anymore. It's not the 90s. It's not even the early, 2000s. This is a world that is evolving very quickly, and it's an online world. Sometimes it could be a little scary, but that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. We're here to help you with training that we provide on a daily basis. We train on everything, all the different parts of this program on each different day. Just pick the day and the topic that we're training on, and then learn about that. We have help videos for you to learn. We have a support ticket for you to fill out if you get into any trouble or have any technical problems. So you're not in this thing alone. You're in there with Levinson. You're in there with us, and we're with you 100% of the way. So we may not be able to answer your call within a few seconds every time, but we'll get back to you. We're in your camp. If you succeed, we succeed. Now, AsureWorks is just the last thing I'll cover real quickly. Email marketing is an outstanding tool to drive traffic to your website. AsureWorks is a Facebook and website advertising program that allows you to market to people that are online, that are out there doing Google searches, that are ending up on website pages that have sponsored ads, and that are ending up on Facebook. So I don't know if you've ever gone to Facebook or try to set up a Google ad, but it can be a little complicated, maybe sometimes a little expensive. AsureWorks has made it super simple and super affordable. So you can get that ad of yours about whatever topic you want on a bunch of different websites that have sponsored ads, and in Facebook, as people are kind of scrolling through all their messages, then they can see an ad, with your information on it, an ad that they can click on that takes them to your website page. And so AsureWorks, we train on this on Mondays. We really encourage everybody to at least take a look and then see what it's all about. And then, we'll kind of walk you through the whole process. So, Bill,
Okay.
Joe,
Yep.
I'll hand it back to
Good.
you.
Good stuff, Kevin. And I also want everyone to understand, first of all, let me mention the trainings are awesome because it's an open forum platform, which means if there's 30 agents on and five agents ask questions, hey, how does this work? You get to listen in and participate. Okay, if you have a comment or question based on what that agent had a question on, whatever it is, so totally different than this. Also, I don't want you to think this is like an infomercial where we're selling products for 99.99 a month, and you put your credit card and we bill you for the rest of your life. No, if you said, Bill, listen, for now, I just want to listen in on some of these trainings. I want to have the basic free website builder, the basic CRM, and get these 1,000 credits for 1,000 prospects. Okay, if you wanted to get started, that cost zero, okay, except for the $9.95 monthly hosting fee. So there's no obligation. You're not spending $100, $1,000 a month. You can start there and just say, hey, I want to listen to the trainings. I want to get comfortable. And then if I want to start in one of the co-op packages and get thousands of these credits every month, that's fine too. No, either way, no problem. Again, if you succeed, like Kevin said, he succeeds, we succeed. It's a win-win-win. If you want to just put your toe in the water for now, no problem either. Okay, so whatever you're comfortable with, no problem. It's my job to share what's available to you all. Okay, and Kevin is on the same page. Okay, so getting started, we have the links right in front of you. That's on our website. Joe's going to send out a thank you email to everyone on the call today. We'll include these links, some of the videos, basically everything you need to jump in the water. Okay. All right, let's move forward here. And by the way, we're also going to do our question of the day, so I hope you were paying attention. We got about 6 minutes left. This is the Insure Me Now Direct plugin. Okay, this is what the agent Amber was referring to. So this is basically just a plugin. If you have your own website set up, great. I have this plugin. This is like Amazon for insurance. The only difference is you, the agent, get paid all the commissions and renewals when applicable. Okay, very simple. If you have our free website builder through Agency Automator, it's already there for you. It's pre-made, okay? So there you have it. All right, Joe is going to jump in right now and just show you what's available, what's new with the platform, and then we're going to wrap up in about 6-7 minutes here. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So real quick here, I just want to mention we're of course sending out all the information that we're covering today in the thank you email you'll receive this afternoon, with also a link to watch this as a recording, so you can watch it on demand and go through everything. I do want to mention, we have an awesome platform through Insure Me Now Direct. It's got the Haven Life product, 500,000 instant issue, that's going to be going up to 1 million in just about 2 months. So we're very excited for that. We have the Gerber Life products, the Grow Up Plan, which is perfect for children, grandchildren, and the Guaranteed Issue Whole Life product. That again, guaranteed issue, you can actually write that no medical questions whatsoever. We also have the SureBridge products. We've got cancer, hospital-wise, critical illness, dental vision, all sorts of packages you can bundle there, as well as the Sage Scholarship Platform, a huge way to get your foot in the door, uncover new clients, new prospecting, great way to use Agency Automator in conjunction with email marketing for every single one of these products. We even have the Relia Shield, which is identity theft protection, the Legacy Armor platform, which is like an online safety deposit box. So all your clients' information is stored. When someone passes away, the beneficiaries receive everything. And that really gets you in touch with a multi-generational lead stream, because you're working with clients, they're beneficiaries. Great way to keep your name in front of them. And then, of course, we built in on that Insure Me Now Direct platform the life settlement tab as well. So if you have clients looking to offload their policies or cancel something, they can sell those on the secondary market. So a lot of great product knowledge there. I'm going to send out every single bullet so you can dive into that a little bit deeper this afternoon. I want to show you real quickly that client experience. Once that client goes to your Insure Me Now Direct platform, they can run quotes, they can apply in real time. And we just did a quick comparison with the Haven products. You'll see they had a rate reduction of up to 33%, so their rates are awesome. This is a great way to do email marketing with an instant quote and apply button for your clients to get them coverage in real time. So we're seeing this really explode with social media marketing in conjunction with the Agency Automator platform. We have all the templates saved for you. Like Kevin mentioned, we have a private library. Here's a couple examples of just how to access that. You can actually go into your agency automator platform, click on the private library, and we have everything broken down, including a Sell While You Sleep library that talks about Insure Me Now Direct, different products. Everything is available at your fingertips. So we really constantly add new content. I know Kevin touched briefly on some of the annuity updates. We really kind of developed a robust marketing library specifically for the annuity marketplace. So all those products, updates, changes, you're going to be able to drip market across multiple product lines, which is super important because having that CRM platform allows you to target specific clients, of course, marketing annuity products to maybe senior market, maybe disability, term life products to the younger market. So you're not just blasting out products to random prospects, you're being really smart about who you're marketing to at different stages of people's lives. So a great way to really increase production. I think, again, one of the best tools that we've seen as far as prospecting and uncovering new leads in the business.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So these are the weekly trainings that Kevin hosts. If you look at the top section, these are also on our website if you look under the training calendar. But as you can see, every day of the week at 2 p.m. Eastern time, Kevin jumps in and hosts these calls for you, okay? You pick a different platform, a different day. If you want to listen to the best practices one on Fridays, every Friday for the next 3.5 years, good luck, no problem, okay? These are available to all Levinson agents, and Kevin's here to help you, okay? I can't encourage you enough to jump on and get comfortable, okay? I promise you this stuff works. Okay, I also want to say the built-in marketing library is huge. We already put together all of these e-blasts for you, okay, where we or you can co-brand, add your picture, your name. We even have 3 marketing videos that are awesome. They're like 1 to 3 minutes, okay? They're already built. We've spent thousands on these. If you send us your picture, your logo, okay, we will embed your info into the video and you can start marketing through social media for free today, okay? You just let us know, 3 videos for free, all co-branded, your information, your picture, your company name, because it's all about branding and dripping on your network, friends, family, followers, audience, as many eyeballs as possible. That's the name of the game. Okay, on the bottom there, that's the Levinson Live weekly training webinar series, which is what you're on right now. So as you can also see, we pushed our webinars back to 3 p.m. just so you had time to be on Kevin's trainings at 2 p.m. That's how it's going to be moving forward. So real quick, Columbus Life is the only carrier with a true table shave program on permanent life insurance. They have some great products. They have the scholarship program approved on the 11th at 3 p.m. That's this Thursday. Then we have our final expense sales platform. That's a turnkey kit with a new lead program. We do a part 1 and part 2 for the following week and the week after. Okay, so if you want to jump in and remember how I spoke about some of those newer, younger millennial agents, right, that are crushing it in the final expense world? Well, a lot of them are doing it on our platform. So you can check that out on the 18th and 25th. Okay, this is our last slide here in our question of the day. And by the way, you know, I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want you to think, oh, you know, if I'm doing what I've done since 92 and it's working for me, why do I have to change? You don't have to change. Good for you. If your numbers are going up and you're happy, right? Keep doing what you're doing. All I'm saying is have this stuff running in the background because sooner or later, you're going to have to cater to the younger generation, right? Like I said, your clients who've known you, right, for 32.5 years and they're never going anywhere else, well, they're going to get older and they're going to have children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews that need coverage, right? So again, you have to think big picture, and that's the point of today's presentation. Okay, we're going to have our Positive Tuesday quote, and then I'm going to end with our question of the day. Time has shown that for those few prepared to fail are those few who learn to fly. Okay, the time is now, right? It's all about trial and error. You have to start somewhere, okay? Create your LinkedIn page, your Facebook page, your Instagram page. Come up with your logo, okay? For $25, you can go on that website. It's called Fiverr. They'll create a logo for you. They'll give you like 4 options to choose from. You pick one, boom, you're off to the races. Okay, it sounds simple. It is simple, but you have to start. You have to start. Okay, and I hope that's the promise you just made to yourself, that I'm going to start today, not next week, right now. Question of the day. I spoke about our co-op marketing videos. How many videos do we have available to you, and how much do we charge for those 3 videos? I mentioned it a few times. How many videos do we have that are co-op? You can market this afternoon, right? And what is the cost for you to start to market these videos? How much do we charge to co-brand these videos? Tell me how many videos and the cost, and you win. Joe, do we have a winner?
We do. The winner is Janine D. from Michigan.
Janine from Michigan, congratulations. It's 3 videos that are pre-made, okay? And the cost is free. If you're a Levinson agent, it's free. Kind of a trick question. Congrats, Janine. Let's all put our right foot on the gas pedal and start today, okay? It will pay off if you stay consistent and persistent with this stuff. Don't listen to what we say. Watch what we do. Have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.